favorite stories was a guy there might have been Rear Window or something, some play with a dude in a wheelchair, and they get to the edge of the stage and something had like messed up on the set, so he couldn't roll over it, so it's like walk off stage. Had he been thinking, he would have gone and flopped on the stage and crawled himself off. That would have been awesome. But the key is someone going up on lines is a great example of how important it is to be focused on objective, overcoming obstacle, and connection with the partner. Because one of the most potent moments on stage you'll ever see is when two actors are facing off like this and they both think it's the other one's line. That moment will hang in air for like 20, 30 seconds. But they're fully connected, so you don't mind, and then suddenly one of them will go, oh yeah, we should go. But staying connected is the key to making it, because sometimes if someone goes up on lines, you just pretend, I wonder if my friend here in this play is having a stroke. They'll be like, I didn't do it. Check their pulse, see if they're okay. You have to deal with what you're given on stage. There's no way to avoid what happens on stage. We had a girl in a show one time. She puts on her shoe in the middle of the scene, and there happened to be a giant Texas cockroach in it. So she was like, finally she couldn't take it, she took it off, and the cockroach was like, Texas size, like this big, kaboom, boom, boom, across the stage. And she had little bite marks all over her feet too, she was showing us backstage. But it was this amazing moment, because they both went, and the boy she was in the scene with had a shoe and went, chased it off the stage. But if a giant cockroach is on stage, you have to deal. Oh, and then I was in a production of Camelot one time, where King Arthur came in, and he had this big long cape, and he swings it around up to the front of the stage, and it got caught on a coat hanger. And so the coat hanger went, ka-clang, clang, ka-clang, clang, look at me! I'm sitting right in the middle of the stage, and he just goes, Merlin and its confounded contraption. So, on stage you just have to deal with what you're given, because the audience isn't going to erase that from their mind. They can see it. But you can't dwell on it. You forgot your line. No, you just got to move on. And when all else fails, just plow forward. The audience will be like, that seemed weird for a minute, but now it's fine. They don't really notice what
that's the
happened.
best thing. The audience does not know when you're forgetting your lines.
Except if you're doing a famous Shakespeare play called Taming of the Shrew, where you mix up the tongue-tail bit, like I did one night when all my favorite people were in the audience. And my Kate was like, what the hell was that? It's like, I reversed it. Tongue into tail, the tail tongue, I just got confused. And she was like, there's only so much you can do with them. But actually, I just found out from my Kate that her boyfriend's book on The Room, do you guys know the Tommy Wiseau?
I know.
He wrote a book on the making of that. James Franco's company just purchased the rights to her boyfriend's book, so it's going to be made into a movie time. There will be popcorn. There will be bread. Not blood. I made bread. That's how I got myself. So let's move on to the next exercise. For the next exercise, do not raise your hand if you already got to volunteer, my 8 volunteers. I need 6 volunteers. We'll do pink and black in the back. We'll do dude in the gray shirt. We'll do white lab coat here. We'll do you young lady. You'll have to take that off. Yeah, you can come.
You didn't say raise my
1, 2,
foot.
3, 4, 5. I need. Uno, mom. Uno, mom. Uno, mom. You. I know, I'm hilarious.
I said no short jokes.
No short jokes?
She's like,
I got a short joke for you. You're short! That's not really a joke. That's more like a horrible, terrible thing to say. It's okay, fist bump. We'll fist bump it out. Ow. So this exercise is a translation exercise, a translation of gibberish. Has anyone spoken gibberish? It's like Sims language, right? So it's just what we call practicing right now. The way I like to practice gibberish is simply you got Stichkova and Dogares da Jibutokala Tisa. Mekonda Tawa. Taura Bonga. So you just let your brain sort of come unhinged, and then you just start talking. So let's partner you up first. You're a 1, you're a 2, you're a 3. You're a 1, you're a 2, you're a 3. So 1s get with 1s, 2s get with 2s. Oh, I did it on accident. I love this. All right, okay. It's going to be awesome. So practice, you can practice with your friends next to you. Practice talking English. Oh my God!
Sounds like German.
Oh, gut, das ist Business. Was machst du mit ihm?
Lávate dopo, ¿verdad?
Morzaka?
Dale con la sola.
Sicuro piace un
Dame lo que lo la.
Best.
La.
Very good. Is there a team You're going to go first. The rest of you go have a seat. So what we'll do is we'll have one of you stand here. We'll have the other one stand here. So just separate yourselves by a little bit. Now what's going to happen? Can everyone see them if I do this?
Yes.
That wasn't a joke about you. It's not all about you and your shortness. Just mostly. So the way this is going to work, who's going to gibberize and who's going to translate?
I guess I'll translate.
You'll translate, so you'll gibberish?
Sure.
So what's going to happen is the gibberish speaker, this is like you're talking to the UN or something and you have your translator. So what's going to happen is you'll speak in gibberish, Gabachita Atonga, and then you give them just a little piece to translate, and the translator will receive the information, and then talk to us, translating what you've heard. I like pickles. Awesome. And you give and take, listen to your partner.
Be nice.
No.
I can't.
No. Never be
You're
nice.
adorable, but I can't promise anything.
Now, what you have to do is accept what each partner gives, and it's all about playing and communicating, and mostly it's about letting your brain take a hiatus, and you just let your mouth talk. Okay? And I'm going to be sitting right here, kneeling down here, giving you maybe a little coaching like, talk, translate, talk. Pretty much all I did. But it's really specific. So when you guys are ready, the gibberish speaker will call curtain. We shall all fall silent and listen to them with rapt attention. Whenever you're ready.
Curtain. Hello. Oh. So I went back to my girlfriend's apartment after a date, right?
Gibberish!
And I opened her door and there's just beanbags all over the floor. I went, babe, are you buying from eBay again? I told you we don't have the funds for this. The debt collectors are at our door. I have to sell a few organs. This isn't going to work. I mean, I'm still recovering from the kidney I lost. Why can't you just understand? You can't buy more beanbags. So I took her gently by the shoulders and said, sweetheart, you're driving me nuts. And I threw her to the floor.
Give it a round of applause.